secret to beauty's beauty.
Langis.
Ito ba?
Okay, and we're live. Good afternoon to everyone. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon to our Zoom participants. And also good afternoon to our FB Live viewers. Don't forget to share our live stream today. So it's another week of e-learning sessions brought to you by Ariva Academy. Welcome to another e-learning session. So for today, Monday, our topic will be reinventing yourself in time of quarantine. Learn, improve, and pivot. So my name is Irish Malonda Samson, and I'll be your host, and I'll be joined by none other than Mr. Howell Mabalot. Hi, sir. I miss you.
Hello, Madam President.
How is your weekend, sir?
Relaxing. Welcome to the first day of IBCP, huh?
Yes, sir. So join me in welcoming our participants from out of the country, Sir Howell. And they are from New Delhi, India, Bekasi, Indonesia, Kota Kinabalu, Malaysia. Hello, thank you for joining us. Tuaran, Sabah, Malaysia, Doha, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, Dubai, United Arab Emirates, Sharjah, United Arab Emirates, Boston, United States, Chicago, Illinois, Los Angeles, California, and San Francisco, California. Thank you for joining us this Monday afternoon. And, sir, in order for us to have a smooth flow for e-learning session, here are the house rules. Who are the first-time viewers of our webinar, please type in hi in the chat box now. We would like to greet you and welcome you in our e-learning session. Let's check. Hello, Mary Chris, Marietta, welcome. Mark Bien, Diana Briones. Okay, Evangeline, April, Mervin. Ayan, so welcome to our e-learning session. And let's do a sound check in order for us to, you can hear us loud and clear, rather. So you will be needing a good quality headset. And use the following codes. Type in 111 to show if you can hear us clearly. So type in now 111. Thank you. Jeneline, Jenison, Abigail, Evangeline. Let's check in our FB page if we are clear as well. So good afternoon, Christy. Hi, Earl, Giselle. Hi, Ann Robinson. Christine is also watching. Okay, let's move on. 222 means you cannot hear us. 2121 means our sound is breaking up. And question mark if you don't understand anything. Sir Howell, so far 111, they can hear us clearly, okay? Moving on, we will be having a quick break later after the presentation of our guest speaker and before we move on to our question and answer portion. For question and answer guidelines, participants' microphones will be temporarily disabled by the administrator during discussion to avoid interruptions. Questions will be entertained after each topic of the session. For questions and clarifications during the provided time after each topic, please click the raise hand button for the administrator to enable the microphone for live questions. Yes, we will entertain live questions at the question and answer portion. Type in your questions at the Q&A box. One question at a time will be entertained. For comments and feedback, please scan this QR code. This will be directed to our feedback form. Please send us your comments, suggestions, topics to discuss for us to improve our future e-learning sessions. And now to discuss reinventing yourself in time of quarantine, learn, improve, and pivot. Mr. Howell Mabalot, please introduce our speaker today.
Thank you so much, Miss Irish, and you are an inspiration to all of us. Not only are you a beautiful person, and in fact, equally beautiful is our presenter. Right? So, my speaker is a U.S. certified neuro-linguistic programming practitioner, success coach, training and consultant. Suzette, for 25 years, worked with 5 different airlines, both international,
Sir Howell,
Northwest. Hello?
Sir Howell, I'm sorry. May I interrupt you? You're a bit choppy. I think they cannot hear you clearly.
Okay, let me reset. What now?
So while fixing the connection.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, better.
You know that?
Sir. Yes.
What I always say, this is the beauty of live webinars.
I think we have to check the connection first, sir. Would you like me to introduce our speaker? Well, okay, while you're fixing your connection. Okay. So our speaker today is a U.S. certified neuro-linguistic programming practitioner, a success coach, and training and development consultant. She worked for 25 years with 5 different airlines, both international, Northwest and Delta Airlines, and local, PAL, Tiger Airways, and Cebu Pacific Sebgo, as an international flight attendant and flight instructor before she made the transition to the HR setting. She is also a member of the International Board of Coaches and Practitioners, Association of Image Consultants International, or AICI, Philippine Advocates of Consultants and Trainers, and a partner speaker of Ariva Speakers Bureau. To further know about our guest speaker today, please watch this video.
Wow! What a
Hi,
beautiful introduction.
good
How are you, Ma'am Suzette?
afternoon.
Can
I'm
you hear me
okay,
clearly
okay.
now?
I can hear you. Good
Really?
afternoon. Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me clearly?
Okay, it went a little bit choppy, but I
Uh,
can hear you. Oh,
okay.
can you
Happy to see
try?
you.
Yeah, okay. I'm happy to see you too. I love the new look. I'll just greet everyone. Hello, thank you for tuning in here at Ariva. For those of you who are watching via FB Live and also who are tuning to Zoom right now and made it to our webinar registration, I can see that all of you are checking in right now and I'm loving it. Welcome, and I'm so excited to share with you our topic for today. Sir Howell, you look good. I love the glasses.
Thank you. These are my reading classes, but you look way gorgeous. Of course.
Thank
You're
you, thank
always
you.
beautiful, like so. Uh, Excited to hear you now. Are you logging out? You present. Are you logging in while you present?
Okay, okay, that would be great because I think we still need to work on our connection. So okay, I will start sharing in my screen. Okay, there you go. Just give me a minute. All right. I would like to know if our viewers are able to see the screen right now. Are you able to see the screen right now? Please type in yes if you do. Yes, okay. Thank you very much. Wow, lots of yeses there. Okay. Mm-hmm. Welcome to our webinar for today. It's entitled Reinventing Yourself in Time of Quarantine. Learn, improve, and pivot. There's a lot of big words on our webinar title today. And I would like to ask, which of the following words excites you the most? Ano ba yung nagpapa-excite sa inyo ngayon dito sa title na to? Pwede po bang sulat lang po sa ating chat box? Okay. Uh-huh. So I'm just trying to make the chat box appear. Okay, there you go. All right. All right. So I'm seeing learn, I'm seeing pivot here, pivot, learn. And that is great because during this pandemic, we all need these things. We need to learn, we need to improve, and we need to pivot. Who among you here are first timers to go to work after ECQ? Marami sa atin, no, ang pumasok na, marami pa naman sa atin ang still working from home. But anyways, now more than ever, it's really the best time to reinvent ourselves. So thank you for sharing that with me. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to fix something on my side because it's not moving. Please bear with me for a sec. I'll be back in a few seconds. I'll just fix the computer because it's not showing my slides. If you can give me 1 second, please. Yan. Tapos bakit ayaw niya? Hindi, ayaw niya mag-move. And so we'll start again. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Thank you. And
I
I'm
just,
sorry again.
it's okay. So I just want to make sure if our audience are seeing my slides right now. Again, please type in yes if you're seeing the welcome slide. Okay,
Yes.
so welcome everyone to our webinar. Again, it's entitled Reinventing Yourself in Time of Quarantine. Learn, improve, and pivot. As I've mentioned a while ago, I would like to see the favorite or exciting words that you see on the slides. A lot of you have a type already. It says here pivot, learn, reinvent, pivot, and learn. That's great. Thank you for sharing that with us because now, really, diba, more than ever, we really need these things. Do you agree with me, Sir Howell?
Yes. So I wonder where I am right now. In which phase? Am I right?
Okay. Diba? So a lot of us are going to work perhaps first day natin ngayon. For some of us who are still at home or working from home, it's also a nice time to do these things, to take a look at your inner self and reinvent. Now, I would
Yes.
like you to know that this live webinar is for you if you want to know what it takes to reinvent yourself. If you are brave to face the challenges that goes with it, this one is for you. And of course, if you are willing to take action. Because if your answer here is no, then this live webinar is not for you. But if your
Mhm.
answer is yes, this live webinar is for you. So may I see a yes? May I see a yes on the chat box if you feel that this live webinar is for you?
It's 100% yeses.
Okay, so that is great. So what are we going to learn in this webinar? There are a lot of things that we can learn. First, we are going to learn the benefits of reinventing ourselves. We are also going to learn how to kickstart the reinvention plan. Of course, the challenges that will come in, as well as the steps to take in order for us to reinvent ourselves. So let me start first by sharing my journey of reinvention. So Sir Howell, I'll be sharing
Mm.
this first and foremost, because that I believe that this is possible also to everyone who's watching right now. Para sa inyo na feeling nyo stuck kayo, hindi nyo alam kung anong gagawin ninyo. Are you old to reinvent yourself, or are you too young to reinvent yourself? Let me share my journey with you. So I started working as a flight attendant when I was 19 years old. So batang-bata ako na nagsimula, no? So huwag na nating tanungin ko ilang taon ako ngayon. So I started flying when I was 19. It was a childhood dream, of course, to become a flight attendant. And after my stint with the airline industry, I ventured into the pharmaceutical industry as a medical representative. So ito po yung shift natin. And while I shifted from the airline industry to the pharmaceutical industry, it's not really because I 100% liked it. Bata pa ako noon. Wala pa akong clear goals, clear visioning of what I want to do apart from flying. Because again, that's a childhood dream of mine. So lahat ng actions ko is really towards becoming a flight attendant. But then pilot strike happened, and then I was forced to reinvent myself and really look for another career that I can venture into. Gaya yung sabi ko, bata pa ako noon. So nung nakita ko, okay, wow, this is a good company. I like to work for this company. I tried my luck, and at swerte po, natanggap ako sa one of the biggest pharmaceutical industry in the Philippines as a medical representative. But while I was being a med rep, although I enjoyed it, I still missed flying. I still miss, taking care of our passengers and all that. So then, when I was invited back by Philippine Airlines, as the first airline I worked for, when I was invited back, bumalik ako at give up ko yung pagiging med rep ko. So I went back to flying because it's true what they say. If you find the job that you love to do, hindi na yung job para sa atin. And that's what really happened to me. So bumalik ako ng flying, and then I flew for 14 years. Tapos nag-offer na early retirement. So I went to teaching, another passion of mine. I taught at Cebu Pacific. After that, after retiring and then teaching, nag-business naman ako, nagnegosyo ako. Kasi syempre, inisip ko, hindi naman ako pwede na mag-work lang, lalo na marami ng gastusin sa bahay, correct? So sabi ko, sige, mag-venture ako sa business. So I went into franchising platter wraps para sa mga sa inyo dyan, no? Baka alam niyo kung ano yung platter wraps. It's a flat sandwich. Anyway, I won't mention it here anymore. So I ventured into that. And then after my stint there, I applied as a training manager, became a training manager for Robinson's Retail. So bagong mundo na naman to, Sir Howell. So from airline industry to being an entrepreneur, to being a corporate training manager. This is also where I met Sir Howell, di ba? Dito tayo kakilala.
And Miss Irish.
Of course. So dito kami nag-meet. So what did I do as a corporate training manager? I handled 16 business units and then helped them with their training needs. I helped them level up, especially the staff, from the management down to the staff level. Yun yung ginawa natin until I decided to venture into consultancy and speakership, and now, of course, being a coach. So, ang daming shifts na nangyari. And while I was doing this, it's not, of course, smooth sailing. Marami akong challenges na kinaharapan, lalo na nung flight attendant ako at nawalan ako ng trabaho because I was taking care of my daughter then. She was just 8 months old. Tapos biglang nag-close yung airline industry. So I don't know what to do. Ano pa mga challenges na nandito? Being an entrepreneur, I really didn't analyze ano ba pagka magnenegosyo ka, ano ba dapat ang capital mo and all that. I just felt that I want to have a business para dagdag na pantustos, di ba, sa trabaho na meron ako. Although it went well, hindi ko na dito i-discuss, it went well, but I had to close it because of some contract issues. So again, kailangan mo na naman mag-shift. So what I'm saying here, the reason why I'm showing this to you is for you to appreciate the advice that I will be giving to you. Kasi di ba, Sir Howell, ang maganda kasi when someone is giving an advice, dapat napagdaanan niya.
I agree.
Napagdaanan dapat niya kung ano yung gusto niyang advice na ipamahagi sa inyo. So before we dive in, let's answer this question.
Okay.
Do you think that the COVID-19 is the best time to reinvent yourself? Palagay nyo ba ito ang tamang panahon para mag-reinvent? Please type in yes if you feel that now is the best time, and no if it's not the best time. So, Sir Howell, I'm not seeing the chat box right now.
I'm seeing that we are being flooded with 99 plus yeses.
Wow, okay.
And
that's
99 plus
good.
beyond 100, it could be 200 or so, and they're all saying yes to you.
I'm so excited that you answered yes in here. For those of you that who answered no, that's okay, because iba-iba ang effect ng COVID-19 sa atin. And really, reinventing yourself is a luxury to some. Meron iba may oras, yung iba wala. That's okay. But since a lot of you said yes, let's dive into it. So what brought you here today? I want you to answer this questions, and as you answer these questions, I want you to put everything away, your notes, okay, and really concentrate on answering these questions. You might want to close your eyes. You can do that as well. So my first question is, what is that made you turn up to this live webinar today? So bakit tayo nandito ngayon? Okay, what areas in your life do you want to reinvent? What do you want to level up in your life? What are the potentials that you know you have, but you're not able to tap into? Please write all the answers that you have in mind right now in the chat box, please. Okay, I'll be giving you a few minutes to do that.
So to learn and get ideas, so we can weigh the options from Rossini Conway.
Okay, good. Anything else?
So keep typing, everyone. So of the 5 boxes. So from Ben Francis to discover something new.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's great. So for those of you who want to answer, please keep on answering. And
from
Okay,
yes,
go ahead, Sir Howell.
So now I cannot read anymore because they started typing and flooding
with
the first, and all of the boxes were being written now and being picked.
Okay.
They all want everything.
Okay, so some of you said they want to learn something new. They want, or maybe something new about themselves. Now more than ever, really is the best time to do that, because with COVID-19, things are really changing very quickly, and if you do not adapt, you will be left behind. So now is a good time to do that. And also, reinvention is possible if you're willing to take action. Because if not, if you're just here to just listen to my advice, but then you don't apply it, then it would be useless. Okay? And also, this is an important time for you to level up your skills and know yourself better para pagbalik mo, Suzette version 2.0 ka na, or Veronica version 2.0 ka na, hindi pa baliktad ang nangyayari, diba? So now is really the best time. So guys, you are right here in the right time at the right place. Now please put your hands up. Pakitaas lang ho ang ating kamay, just like this, as high as you can. Okay, good. Hold on for a few seconds. Now I want you to raise it 20% higher. 20% higher. Good. Okay, thank you. Thank you for doing that, everyone. Okay, now you can put your hands down. Why did I ask you to do that? Because I want to show to you that you have that potential, and that potential can be leveled up. Hindi ka lang may potential, meron ka pang pwedeng gawin dun sa potential mo na yon. Kaya andito ako ngayon to guide you. Diba kanina nung sinabi ko sa inyo, raise your hand as high as you can, you thought yun na yon. But I ask you to raise it 20% higher, kaya pala. So I want to be that extra push for you today. So let's be inspired by Dr. Seuss. He said that, can you please just read the slides with me?
So everybody, let's all read this.
Okay. So when something
When
bad
something
happens,
bad happens, you have 3 choices. And everybody, yeah.
okay, so you can let it define you, let it destroy
you, or let
or
it
let it
strengthen.
strengthen you. And of
Wow.
course, diba? Diba, Sir Howell? Of
Galing.
course, I want everyone to do the latter. I want this COVID-19 to strengthen you. Ito yung sinasabi natin na challenges na kinakaharap natin ngayon, na pag ikaw ay tumiklop, may iiwanan ka. Now, why do you need to reinvent yourself? Bakit ba kailangan? Pwede namang hindi, ganito na lang ako. I'll just be how I am. Wala pang hassle, wala pang effort. But, you will gain a lot of benefits when you reinvent yourself. So first one is that it allows you to learn to face your fears and survive. As you can see here in the picture, that's me, and that's my daughter in the back, and my husband. Every time I ride roller coasters, ito talaga yung greatest fear ko eh. Pero every time we go to theme parks, hindi daw pwede na sila lang dalawa kasi family affair yon. So dapat kasama ako palagi. So this is the first time na sumakay ako, sobra akong takot. But then, after riding that roller coaster ride, after nung ride na to, next theme park na pinuntahan namin, okay na ako, panis, di ba? Kaya siya. So you can also apply this in your businesses or in your personal life, because as we say, fear, these are things, these are events, that false events appearing real, di ba? Yun nga yung FEAR natin. It hasn't happened yet. So bakit ka matatakot? So sabi nga nila, you have to dive in and then just grow your wings later. And that's what I did. Transitioning from the airline industry to the corporate setting, to coaching, and to training people, I have to face my fears, and you should do that too. Now, my question to you is, ano ba ang fears ninyo ngayon? What's been bothering you now that's stopping you from reinventing yourself? Probably some of you will say your health, which is the number one fear right now. Hindi natin sigurado, di ba, kung healthy na ba lumabas at magtrabaho. Ano pa ang pwedeng fears? Isulat nyo lang sa chat box para ma-customize ko yung webinar for you.
Fears to be a failure.
Okay, you fear your
anxiety.
Anxiety, okay.
Lack of connection.
Lack of connection.
And job security.
Okay, all of your fears are valid. I've been there. Na walan ako ng trabaho due to pilot strike. Ang anxiety level ko mataas kasi because of the very same reason. And ano pa yung sinabi? Lack of connection. Yes, especially now. But guys, that's the beauty of Zoom, of Slack, of StreamYard, the technology, right? You can really connect yourself with others. But if you're talking about connection with yourself, that's what we're going to do now. So again, di ba yung fears na yan, valid yan. Hindi ako nandito para sabihin sa inyo na baliwalain yan. Those are valid fears. Now, the thing that we need to do is to act on it. Ano yung gagawin natin ngayon? Takot ka na magkasakit. We protect ourselves. Takot ka na mag-lose connection with yourself. Then you did the first step. You enrolled here in this webinar. Ibig sabihin nun, willing ka to really reflect on yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, so that you'd be able to reinvent yourself. Yan. So yun ang benefit. Again, I was living in fear most of the time when I was still flying up to the 14th year when I stopped flying, and I regretted that. Why? Because wala namang naidulot sa akin yung fear eh. So imagine, 1994 recession, I got into flying 1993. 1 year pa lang ako sa dream job ko, nagkaroon na ng recession. So my fear then was, mawawalan ako ng trabaho. my God, recession na. Or domestic flight attendant ako forever. Gusto ko mag-international flight attendant. So imagine at 19 years old. And then 1995, nagka-baby ako. So all the more, di ba, na-stress ako dahil recession nga siya. 1997, nagkaroon ng pilot strike. So we were furloughed, we were laid off, and marami kami, hundreds kaming nawalan ng trabaho noon. And that's really so sad. And what else are the challenges? Nagkaroon naman ng 1911, nakabalik na ako sa trabaho, naka-apply ako sa trabaho na airline company na gusto ko, international airline, pero nagkaroon ng 9/11. American company yun, di ba? So parang apektado ako dito. So all those years, Sir Howell, I was really living in fear. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the thing that I want you to eliminate or at least manage. Because now, if you look at the things that happened to you in the past, I hope you realize that living in fear won't do you any good. Instead, you have to take action. Paano nga? Paano nga tayo magte-take action? COVID nga. That's where your creativity will come in. That's where your untapped potential will come in. So now you have to ask yourself, ano ba ang mga skills ko? Ano ba yung strengths ko? Ano ba yung para hindi na tayo mag-alala and live in fear. Okay, next would be the benefit of reinventing yourself is it lets happiness up and frustration down. You know that feeling? Do you know this actress over here? Of course, diba?
Akala ko ikaw yan.
Ay, gano'n. This is Bea Alonzo, who watched One More Chance here. Yung one na, hindi yung part 2. Okay, this is the scene when, may mga nag-raise na hand. So this was the scene when Bea Alonzo decided to break with John Lloyd. Tapos nagpagupit siya. Ayan. So this is what I'm telling you. You know that feeling when you get a new hairstyle or new haircut? Di ba yan sarap ng feeling? Parang ang feeling mo is you're ready to conquer the world. Kaya nga they said, when you are coming off from a bad relationship, you usually cut your hair. Tama ba yun? Kasi nga it gives you a certain kind of positivity. Nag-release tayo ng tinatawag nating dopamine. Yan, yung happy hormone. So when you reinvent yourself and succeeded in it, nare-release yung dopamine hormone na yon. Yan ang mga
Coach,
benefits.
I have a question.
Sure.
So pang babae lang ba yan? Is that a woman thing, a girl thing? Or pati lalaki nagpap?
My example here is of course Bea Alonzo, but it can be applied also if you're male. Pwede ito sa inyo.
Okay.
Yan. So hindi lang sa female natin yan, audience natin. Okay, so let's happiness up and frustration down. Next, when you reinvent yourself, it allows you to have a bigger toolbox. And then you'll have a new coping and thriving skills. And nangyayari ito ngayon. So I was going to the grocery and I passed by this shop. Ang galing, di ba? Naggawa sila ng walk-through instead of drive-through.
Drive-through.
Diba? So that's an example of a reinvention that you can do. Well, this is in the context of business. You can also do this in your personal life. Ano ba yung nakasanayan mo na ngayon ay hindi na pwede, kaya kailangan mo na siyang palitan? Just like this one, of course, wala naman siyang walkthrough dati. Dati shop lang siya, pupunta ka lang diretso. Pero ngayon, with social distancing, I just wasn't able to capture the whole setup, but it's really nice. Meron pa siyang mga markers kung yung nakikita natin para ma-practice natin yung social distancing. So that's one. Next would be this is at Jollibee and McDonald's. They have plastic coverings now. So that's what reinvention can do for you. Diba? Magiging creative ka. And of course, ang baha. Tayo, di ba, Filipinos, we're getting good at this. Kahit ilang baha, bagyo ang bumulaga sa atin, mas lumalawak ang ating toolbox. We are being creative, just like this one, yung kariton yung ginamit, no, na transportation. So this is what reinvention can do for you. And of course, it will allow you to get a clear understanding of what you want in life. During quarantine, you'll have more time to reflect. I'm assuming that because pre-COVID, lahat tayo busy, kagaya ng babaeng to, di ba? Nasa kotse siya, or minsan kung kayo ay nasa FX or nasa jeep, nagmamadali kayo parate dahil late na kayo. Pagpasok niyo sa opisina, trabaho na yan, dire-diretso hanggang 5 o'clock. Wala tayong time. We don't have time to really reflect on ourselves and ask ourselves, ano ba talaga yung gusto kong gawin? Ito ba ay aligned sa purpose ko? We don't have much time to do that. But since it's quarantine, we now have more time to do that. Wala na tayong commute time na ma-invest ang time natin. So ngayon, mas marami tayong oras at home. And of course, the last benefit is it allows you to learn how to reinvent yourself. It sounds redundant, but ito nga po yun. It will allow you to reinvent yourself. Ibig sabihin nito, once, just like fear, once you go past it and it appears again, it would be easier for you to handle. So it's the same thing with reinvention. Pag naging successful ka sa una, yung pangalawa, pangatlo, pang-apat, madali nang gawin yan. Okay? So these are just some of the benefits that you will gain when you reinvent yourself. So let's review. Again, what's the first one? What's the first benefit of reinventing yourself? It allows you to learn to face your fear and survive. Tama? Ano naman yung pangalawa? Ano yung pangalawa?
I-type daw sa chat box.
Sige, tignan natin.
Ayan.
Kuha ba nila, Sir Howell?
Sabi ni Sir Romel, let's happiness. Ayan, happiness up and frustration down.
Very
galing,
good.
Ha?
About the third
Very
one?
Good. What's the third one?
The third one?
Third one, anyone?
Ano yung pangatlo?
Ayan, allows you to have bigger toolbox. Ang gagaling nila.
Yay! Okay. And the number 4?
Number 4 daw.
It gives you more time, di ba?
It allows you to get clear understanding, allows you to reinvent yourself.
Yes.
Ayan.
Okay. And the last one?
Last one, everyone. Perfect nila yung score. Perfect nila yung test.
Congratulations, everyone. This is what
reinvent yourself.
At least natandaan natin to. Again, hindi lang dapat isulat. Dapat din may apply natin ito. Now that we know the benefits, let's do this. Let's know the reinvention plan. How do we kickstart it? Paano ba tayo magsisimula? Isipin ninyo ang inyong reinvention plan as you going on a traveling adventure. Okay? Sino ba dito yung mahilig mag-backpack? Ibig sabihin backpack trip or backpacking trip. Ako yan, di ba? Ano ba yung difference ng di ba? Sir Howell, ano ba difference ng backpacking trip sa regular trip?
Kasi ako, I always travel light. All of my things for 1 week, everything that I will need for 1 week, andun lang sa backpack ko, and I'd go and whatever I want to.
Tama naman, di ba? Pero tayo, ang Pilipino, mahilig talaga dyan sa backpacking. What makes it different from a regular trip is that when you go on a backpacking trip, you're on a tight budget. So tight that every move that you make, kalkulado mo yan. From the Airbnb, di ba, napupuntahan mo. Yung destination, yung mga gagawin mo doon, ang mga piece of fares na inaabangan mo.
Madaling araw yan.
Madaling araw ba yan? Sorry, excuse me.
Piece of fares.
Madaling araw ba yan? Okay. Parang expert ka dyan, Sir Howard.
Ma'am. Coach.
So, to our audience, are you expert in going on a backpacking trip? If you are, that's exactly what you have to do. Picture yourself as going to a backpacking trip. You prepare everything. You make sure that everything's in place, your clothes, your itinerary, your budget, lahat yan. Ganon din yung gagawin natin. But of course, before you travel, you have to have tools. Yung binanggit nga natin kanina, kailangan meron kang toolbox when you are doing backpacking travel. Because unlike the travels that rich or more privileged person does, pag tight ang budget mo, natututo kang mamaluktot, di ba?
Yeah.
Okay, so ganun din ang gagawin natin when we want to reinvent ourselves. Dapat meron tayo nitong mga to. What's the first one? We need to have resilience. So ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng resilience? What comes to mind when you hear the word resilience?
Ayan, so type in your answer at the chat box. When you think of resilience, adaptable, not
correct.
giving up, adaptable, recover quickly, endurance, strong, bouncing back. Grabe, ang gagaling ng mga...
Okay, good.
Flexible,
And
they said.
Tama, di ba? That's the reason why I placed the bamboo image here. Kasi kagaya lang ng bamboo, di ba? Pag humahangin, sumasabay lang siya.
Yeah.
Pero bumabalik din siya. So that's the reason why I put that here. And then you were right. It's bouncing back. It's, what are the other things that they said? Being flexible and all
adaptable.
that. Adaptable. And you really need this. See resilience as not just an... a should have, but a must have when you are reinventing yourself. It is very essential for you to be resilient when you are reinventing yourself. Because as I've said a while ago, hindi smooth sailing pag ikaw ay nag-reinvent ng sarili mo. A good example I would like to share with you is Mr. John Gokongwei's story, John Gokongwei Jr.'s story. So I worked for the John Gokongwei Group for a few years. Of course, first with Robinson's Retail and in Cebu Pacific. And I was really inspired by Mr. John Gokongwei Jr.'s story. This is the book that I read, Lessons from My Dad. Yan, ano ba yung mga natutunan ni Boss Lance kay Mr. John Gokongwei? You can go and buy the book, but the reason why I share this with you is that it's possible, just like Mr. John Gokongwei, during his teenage years, at age 13, nagbebenta na siya ng peanuts and candles. No, but before that, they were rich. They belonged to a wealthy family back in Cebu. Unfortunately, Mr. John Gokongwei's father died, and they were left with nothing. So ano yung ginawa ni Mr. John Gokongwei? Yung mga kapatid niya, pinabalik muna nila sa China, and that yung mommy niya and Mr. John Gokongwei Jr. were the ones left to find ways on how to succeed, get back all the things that they had, and of course, eventually, mapabalik sa Pilipinas yung family nila. So nagsipag si Mr. John Gokongwei, nagkawar lahat na ng challenges, pero bumangon siya. So he started selling peanuts, candles, using a bike. So kung makikita ninyo dito sa picture, there's another book about Mr. John Gokongwei. Merong bisikleta, di ba? Because that is where Mr. John Gokongwei started. He used his bicycle to trade goods. Ayan. And just to share with you, when I was with Robinsons, whenever they have award giving nights, they would give a bicycle trophy to symbolize Mr. John Gokongwei Jr.'s effort to succeed. So resiliency is very important. And then, of course, Sir Lance and Madam Rubina, they have their own challenges. They face their own challenges as well. Sa Cebu Pacific na lang, ang dami, di ba, nangyari. Hindi na natin babanggitin, pero sobrang dami nangyari na minsan napapaisip ka, paano pa sila na nandyan ulit? So this is a very good example of resiliency. The next thing that you need to have when you are on your trip to reinventing yourself, or your journey to reinventing yourself, is to have determination. It's not enough that you know where you want to go. You prepared everything, you need something that will fuel you to keep going. So dapat meron kang determinasyon na maatim yon. So in the picture here is my daughter. My daughter is a taekwondo player nung college days niya. And the reason why I want to share this with you is you can get inspiration not only to older people, but even you can get inspiration from the youngest in your family. Diba? Parang anak ko, when she started taekwondo, she was already first year college. So nagsimula siya as a yellow belter. Ang mga kaklase niya, mga elementary. So magpa-practice yan. Kasama niya elementary. Siya lang yung pinaka matangkad doon. Pero that determination is really within her. And she said that she wanted to be a varsity player of the school. And ang kailangang ma-achieve mo doon for you to be a black belter. Pero ilang taon na siya noon, di ba? So parang hirap. Ang kagandahan noon, naging black belter siya and then became a coach or became a head coach of the Ateneo Taekwondo team for 2 years. And it opened a lot of opportunities for her. So again, this is a very good example of having that determination. Don't look any further. Tingnan nyo sa mga pamilya ninyo, kung may mga nakikita kayo na determinado na gawin yung gusto niyang gawin, gawin niya siyang example. You don't have to look far. So again, determination, because that's the fuel that you need to keep you going in your journey to reinvention. Next, you have to get support. You can't do this alone. You probably might, but it's going to take you a long time. Sabi nga nila, di ba, if you wanna go fast, go alone. But if you wanna go far, you have to do it with others or go with others. And I totally agree with that. This is the time when I retired from flying, and the support that I got from my daughter once again is that she posted a Facebook, in Facebook, my picture, and of course, the dedication there. So, ano yung sinasabi niya dito na, Ma, whatever happens, andito ako. We got your back. And a simple support from the family will help you or will take you a long way in your reinventing journey. Where else can you get support? That's from my personal life, family. Sa professional life niyo, kailangan meron din kayong support from different organizations. So if you're planning to put up a business, maganda na maging member kayo ng organization sa puro entrepreneurs. If you are creative, if you're into photography, it's nice to have support naman. Join groups that are into photography. So in my case, my support groups are, of course, Ariva. We have AICI for my image consultancy. Yeah. And then for my coaching stint, that would be, of course, Transform Destiny. And consultancy naman would be PAC, Philippine Advocates of Consultants and Trainers. So see, you get support from organizations, the personal life mo, from your family. Huwag kayong mahihiya na humingi ng tulong sa kanila, or don't be shy to collaborate with them, because they are the people who will help you get through your reinvention journey. So are you still with me? Can you type in yes? If you're learning a lot, please type in yes.
Yes. 100%
Alright.
yes.
Okay. Now, for the last one, you have to create a new self-image. Ito importante that we build when we are reinventing ourselves. Not just physically, but more so mentally. Just like what you see in the picture, if you are in the habit of saying, oh, I can't do this, drop it. Believe that you can do it. Create a new self-image. So if you are seen as a negative person and you know it, improve yourself. Change your mindset. Yeah. Because your unconscious mind really is so powerful that whatever you feed it, yun yung papakita nyo sa behavior ninyo. So in creating a new self-image, I'm assuming that you want to be positive, correct? You don't want to change your image and do the other way around. So think of the new self-image that you want to do. Ikaw ba, Sir Howell, ano ba yung naiisip mo or na-experience mo na self-image na iyong ginawa?
Kasi
Binago mo.
I was able to relate with your journey, Coach Suzette. Kasi parang ako para tayo mga millennials, no? All the millennial na lang.
Okay.
I had several change of jobs and careers as well. Starting off with sales and then marketing and training and development. Eventually, I became a director for training and performance improvement. Then I met Ariva Academy, and then we met, and then we're now part of and that's the change. Now, from now on until COVID, after post-COVID, if there's something I want to change, something else, parang wala pa eh. Wala pa papasok. Kasi I'm happy now, just like what you said.
Wow,
I'm happy
that's
now.
good.
I'm really happy now.
Okay, so what about our audience? If you want to create a new self-image, what would that be? It can be physical. Guys, don't overanalyze. I just want you to answer this question. Ano ba yung gusto ninyong bagong image? The new you.
New you. Okay, Coach Suzette, I just remembered. Parang I lost 20 pounds.
Yeah, tama. Hinihintay ko nga yun.
Yun talaga. And ano yun ha? Effortless. Kasi, ano lang. That's a new concept for me. And so for the people physically fit, without anxiety, they want to lose weight, ayan. To be braver, ayan. To be healthy, ayan, dami.
Okay. So, yung self-image na gusto nyong ma-attempt, again, would only be possible if you take action. If you are going to be resilient, if you are going to be determined to achieve that, if you get support, from others, then you will make that possible. So I want you to create a new self-image starting from now on and have that imprinted in your mind. And later on, I will explain why. Okay. So this is another example of someone who had a big shift, di ba?
Yeah.
Sino bang hindi nakakakilala dito? Siya ay si Yorme. Si Yorme is what? Hindi naman lingid sa ating kaalaman na he started as a vendor.
That's Vendor.
Before, bago pa siya nag-That's Entertainment. Nakasama mo ba siya, Sir Howell, sa That's?
Oo, sabay kami nag-audition. So natanggap siya. Siya natanggap.
Talaga? Okay.
Ako hindi.
Tignan mo. God has other plans for you, Sir Howell.
But I'm happy for Yorme. Authentic person yan, Coach.
Talagang It looks like it.
From poverty talaga siya, pero mabait. Kahit early 90s.
Okay. So makikita natin yung drastic change na ginawa niya. But it's drastic, yes, ngayon in hindsight. Pero ano yung pinagdaanan niya bago siya naging mayor? Marami siyang pinagdaanan. Nag-aral siya sa ibang bansa. Yun nga, bago pala nun, nag-artista muna siya, which is really hard, especially if you don't have any experience with that. Kasi teenager na siya, di ba, no? Nag-artista siya. And coming from a poor family, that didn't stop him from achieving his dream. So we can do that as well. So again, let's review what are the things that we need to do or to include in our reinvention plan. Ano yung mga kailangan na meron tayo bago tayo mag-reinvent?
They're all typing resilience.
Okay, resilience. Check.
Determination.
Check ulit.
Ang dami.
Okay.
What's the third, everyone? Get support.
Okay.
And lastly, create a new self. Ang bibilis sumagot.
Very good. Oh, yan. Sige. So, bibilisan na natin that we only have 1.5 hours to do this. I'm so happy that you're putting everything in. Now, in my experience, Sir Howell, with my mentees, clients, when I ask them what's stopping them from reinventing themselves, kasi marami sa kanila, gagawin ko sana to kaya lang. Diba? Ready na ako kaya lang. So, let us address it. Let us know what are the challenges that you might face when you are reinventing yourself. So the first one would be poverty pattern. When you're trapped into poverty pattern, you keep on saying you don't have money, you don't have enough money. I can only do this if I have money. So growing up, meron ba dito yung sinasabihan ng parents na, you know what, we're so rich that you don't have to even think about earning money for your own. Sobrang lumalabas ng daming pera natin sa tenga natin. So relax lang kayo. Meron bang lumaki sa kahit na sino sa inyo na gano'n ang pagpapalaki sa atin? Kahit na kayo ay may kaya. Right? Even if you belong to a well-to-do family, meron ba dito na gano'n ang pagpapalaki sa kanila?
Okay, sa chat box, kayo ba yung sinabing wala tayong problema sa pananalapi? Say yes. I'm looking at the chat box.
Okay. So probably some of you will say yes. Okay, merong no. Okay, merong no. Alam niyo, yung mga nagsagot ng no, hindi naman ibig sabihin nun, hindi tayo, wala tayong pera. It's just that the way we were raised by our parents, most of us, they want to tell us that we have to work hard for the money.
Yeah.
Hindi naman nila sinasabi na, okay, available yan sa lahat, kahit hindi ka na magtrabaho, because they want to instill responsibility in us, diba? Ayaw nila na makita natin na kahit hindi ka magtrabaho, ang pera ay umuusbong lang yan, bibigay lang yan namin sa inyo. So gagamitin natin, anong ginawa natin noon para magkaroon ng pera? Sabihin nyo na dito, when you were kids, growing up, or even when you were in high school and college, what did you do in order to get extra allowance? Anong mga ginawa ninyo?
Pakisulat. Habang nagtatype sila, Coach.
Just write it in the chat box. Like, ano yung ginawa ninyo? Ako, nagbenta ako ng mga crayons. Nagbenta ako ng pencils. Diba?
Wow! Alam mo ako, Coach, nag-clown ako sa party.
Oh, imagine!
Oo, nag-clown ako sa birthday party. Ayan, ito mga nagsisell. Selling food din sila. Yema, ice candy, typing jobs. Avon! Ayan, candy, t-shirt, cookies.
Yes, so Avon, selling ice, selling ice candy, I did that too. So, ayan, pareho tayo. So, tandaan ninyo, balikan ninyo yung drive ninyo noon. Bakit nyo yun ginawa? Because you want to earn extra money and you can use that now when you want to reinvent yourself. Just like in my case, before I joined an organization, for example, you cannot just join. You have to, there's a certain amount that you have to pay. But I wanted so much to get support from them kasi alam ko marami akong matututunan. Yes, I don't have the money, but I try as much as I can to save and to look for ways on how will I be able to join the group. So ganun na lang yung gagawin natin kung kailangan natin magbenta ng ice candy ulit, lalo na ngayong COVID, di ba?
Yeah.
Ngayon, ako ay nagbebenta na ng PPE. Alam mo ba yon, Sir Howell?
Wow, grabe. Iba.
Diba? You have to reinvent. You have to reinvent yourself. Because I don't want to fall in that trap. That I don't have any money trap. That poverty trap. So aside from what you're doing now, isipin ninyo, kung gusto niyo ma-achieve to at kinakailangan ng pera, gawan natin ng paraan. Nagawa na natin noon eh. Kayang-kaya yan natin gawin ulit ngayon. Yan, okay? Ano pa? There's what we call the business pattern. The business pattern would be, yun nga, I'm going to reinvent myself, but I was so busy eh. Wala akong time na aralin tong language na to, pero gustong-gusto ko siyang aralin. Pero I'm so busy, I don't have enough time. Or meron kang kaibigan, di ba? Ngayon kahit quarantine na, wala pang time tawagan ka. Business pattern is also the challenge, one of the challenges that stops us from reinventing ourselves. So from now on, I want you to manage your time, set aside time to do the things that you love. Yes. So if you love to cook, you love to sing, you love to learn a new language, make it possible by managing your time well. Lahat niya, lalo na ngayon, doon sa mga working from home, pwede tayo, di ba? Magsingit ng dyan. And kailangan din yun eh. More than anything, we cannot work straight 24 hours naman. We have to take a break. So ito, during that mini breaks, we can put our studying new skills or reigniting that passion doon sa time na yon. So yan yung business pattern. Next one would be the blame pattern. Lahat na lang may kasalanan except you. No, I wasn't able to do this because my computer was down. I wasn't able to exercise because my internet connection got lost. Ibig ba sabihin nun, hindi ka na pwede mag-exercise dahil wala nang mag-guide sa'yo. Tapos, syempre, kaya mo pa yun. So, you blame other people. Kaya, that's the reason why you are not able to reinvent yourself. You are trapped in the blame pattern. Dangerous, no? Trap dito sa blame pattern na to. Kailangan lagi nating iisipin na we have to be the cause of what's happening to us, not the effect. Kasi sabi nga nila, you always think of yourself as the cause. Lahat ng nangyayari sa iyo ay kagagawan mo. So kung ikaw ay naging successful, kagagawan mo yun. Kung ikaw ay naging failure, kagagawan mo yun. Pero ang beauty of it is that you have this chance to pivot. You have this chance to learn. You have this chance to improve. So be a cause of what's happening to your life and not an effect. Yun yung tatandaan natin dyan.
Yeah.
And then, next would be procrastination. Bukas ko na lang gagawin. Yan, ang dami kong oras. Bukas ko na lang gagawin dyan. Ang tanong ko sa inyo, itong 2 months ng COVID, ano ang nagawa ninyo para sa sarili ninyo that you're proud of?
Okay.
Anything
Adding
that you've
skill,
done?
baking.
Wow, okay. Baking.
From Ben Francis Francis. Ayan.
Yan.
Saving money, cooking skills from Cindy. Leslie, reading books, gratitude journal from Nathan Lu. Working out. Wow. Time for my kids.
Wow. Thank you very much. So see, congratulations, you're able to do that. Because some of us, some of those who are not that strong enough, they just freeze. Wala na silang ginagawa sa araw-araw kung hindi mag-worry and maging stress. So ano ba ang idudulot ng COVID? Now, if you exercise, if you bake, if you learn a new skill, that's good for you. And hindi na hihintayin mo pa, pagkatas ko na lang ng COVID gawin. Good. Na ginawa niya na yan, ngayon pa lang. Alam niyo ba na tumaas ang sales ng cooking ware ngayon? Kasi marami na kasing gusto mag-develop ng kanilang cooking skills. And isa na ako doon.
Ang
galing. Best friend ko na si All Pinoy Recipes, Sir Howard.
Wow.
Kaya ba best friend yun na yan? I don't procrastinate anymore. Why? Because wala rin gagawa eh. Babalik din naman yan sa akin eh. I cannot expect other people to do that for me, especially reinventing yourself. You cannot pass that on to other people or even delegate it. And then the fifth one would be delusion. Oh, I am working on it. I enrolled in this webinar about developing communication skills or learning a new language. But, you can study anytime you want. So, I'm working on it. Yan yung dangerous word eh. I am working on it because you should be working on it now. Yeah. So those are the things that you need to remember when you when you want to reinvent yourselves. Ito yung bubulaga sa inyo na challenges. Any questions with that? With the challenges? Okay, so if there's none, let's go.
Yeah, clear.
Okay, let's now go to the steps in how are you now going to reinvent yourself. Two ways. You can reinvent yourself outside in or inside out. What do I mean by that? In reinventing yourself outside in, ibig sabihin, you can change the way you look. Pagupit ka, change ka ng attire mo, new look, UOOTD, pagkatas ng ECQ. Those are the changes that you can do outside in. And that's okay. That's great. But there's another thing that you can consider. It's reinventing yourself from the inside out.
Mhm.
This is a bit more challenging. Why? Because it involves what? Emotions. It involves your mindset. Diba? So, mas may work tayong gagawin dito. Kapag-usapan natin yan, reinventing yourself from the inside out. First thing you have to do is to focus on what you want to reinvent. When you want to reinvent yourself, it's not enough that you want to do this thing or you want to do that thing, but it's vague or hindi klaro. Dapat klaro sa'yo kung ano ba yung gusto mong mangyari. So focus on what you want to reinvent. For those of you that answered baking skills, you learned a new skill and yung mga ibang answers niyo pa doon, good for you. Alam mo na kung ano yung gusto mong gawin because that's the first step. You have to know and to focus on what you want to reinvent. So para hindi tayo naliligaw. Minsan kasi sobrang dami nating gustong gawin. And we try to do as much as we can. We forget to put quality in the things that we're doing. Ay, gusto mo nga maging best in speaking, pero gusto mo ring maging best in cooking, for example. You should be choosing only one for now. Kaya nga sabi nga nila, pag nagmo-multitask ka, that's a debatable issue as well. Kasi may studies na about multitasking that although you can do a lot of things, quality-wise, hindi ganun kaganda as compared to you focusing on one thing only. So when you are reinventing yourself, you have to focus on what you want to reinvent. Next, you have to find out what your strengths are. Yeah. So if you want to reinvent yourself and you want to be a singer, you have to make sure din naman that maganda yung inyong boses. Gaya ng boses ni Sir Howell.
Grabe naman.
You see what I'm saying? You have to look at your strengths para maging realistic ang inyong reinvention plan or anything that you want to achieve or you want to focus on. So creative.
So coach, hindi pwedeng gusto lang. Hindi pwedeng gusto lang.
Hindi pwedeng gusto lang. Dapat may kaakibat yan ng action.
Ayan.
And of course, knowing what your strengths are. Of course, you have to know your weaknesses as well. But you have to focus on your strengths para leverage on that. So let's say you're creative. You're creative. Ngayong COVID, yung iba, wala ng trabaho. Yung iba, nawala ng trabaho. Anong pwede mong gawin? Okay? Kagaya ni Isa, sabi niya, baking daw. Okay? So, kung ang strength mo baking and you want to reinvent yourself from being, for example, an employee but now a businesswoman, ang galing mo nang mag-bake, di magbenta ka online, di ba? Kasi yun ang strength mo eh. So, sell cakes. You bake. Or if you're a team player naman, for example, kasi maraming ways yan eh. I can't tell you what your strengths are. You have to discover it on your own. And that's the beauty of this, of creating your reinvention plan. Team player ka ba? Are you street smart? Are you a hard worker? Diba? Kung check ka sa mga yan, ano kaya pwede mong gawin? Pwede ba ko bang ma-achieve itong new self-image na gusto kong ma-achieve? Kasi ito yung strengths na meron ako. So in my case, I know that my strength has something to do with people skills, for example. Since yun ang strength ko when I did my reinvention plan, gusto ko ng path wherein I could influence people, I could help people. Kasi yun yung meron ako. And that's the reason why I enjoy training. That's the reason why I enjoy coaching, mentoring. So again, find what your strengths are and leverage on it. Next would be you have to plan. Hindi pwede siya bara-bara. You have to have a specific plan. And this is what we call the SMART goal. What is a SMART goal? When you plan, it has to be specific, it has to be measurable, attainable, it has to be realistic, and timely. Again, it will take time, di ba, Sir Howell? Do you agree with me, ladies and gentlemen, when you're planning? Sometimes even if you're just going to the grocery and you plan, what you're going to buy, it takes time. Ilang minutes kayo naglilista ng mga kailangan yung bilhin. Lalo na ngayon. Di ba? Where kailangan yung budget natin talaga in place. We are using that SMART goal approach even to the simplest errand. So when we are reinventing ourselves, we have to make sure na SMART ang ating goal. Okay, ready for the fourth one? Would be, when you're reinventing yourself, you have to be courageous. Dapat matapang ka. Injap Sia is the CEO of Mang Inasal, who served as an inspiration for me as well, because at an early age, 20 plus lang siya, ito na naput up na niya yung kanyang Mang Inasal. Natakot daw siya at first when he was offered a space in a mall. Inisip niya, maganda yung ino-offer na space pero hindi ko alam kung anong gagawin. Sige na nga, kunin ko na nga. So that's what he did. Kinuha niya without having any idea kung ano yung itatayo niya. But then he was courageous enough because he knew that yung spot na yun ay maganda. Bonus na lang kasi yung kanyang naisip, which is Mang Inasal, really made waves. It made waves that Jollibee bought Mang Inasal to the tune of 5 million. Diba? So, which made Mr. Injap Sia the youngest billionaire in the Philippines. So let us be courageous when we are reinventing ourselves. Next, we have to try things out. This is a good friend of mine who I also drew inspiration with. Her name is Zara Juan. Zara Juan used to be a flight attendant as well, pero ngayon nagde-design na siya ng bags. Bag designer, ng mga designs niya is already being bought internationally. Kung makikita niyo, some of you might have come across with her items. Yan. So sabi niya, I did not know exactly what I was looking for, but I was sure I needed to shift. So ang dami niyang trinay. Bago pa siya naging bag designer, she went into franchising business. Ayan, ang dami rin niya pinagdaanan. Pero yung purpose niya kasi clear eh. She wanted to help the weavers. That's so dun niya inanchor yung determination niya to reinvent herself. Binigyan niya ng negosyo yung mga weavers, at the same time, ipinagbunyi niya ang Filipino products through the bags and the shoes that she created. So from being a flight attendant then, naging bag designer siya. Next would be build your network and use your support group. This is mentioned a while ago, but then this is a key ingredient again when you are reinventing yourself. Be hungry for knowledge. This is Ja Villaruel, the owner and CEO of Bayong Siaga, if you're familiar with it. It's bayong. It's a bayong.
Balenciaga.
Ginawa niya Bayong Siaga. Ang ganda ng name. Ang galing din. He was also a flight attendant before, and then na-realize niya, he was laid off. Yun nga yung kagandahan. Sabi nga nila pagka na-challenge ka, it opens opportunities for you as well. So yun nga, nag-open sa kanya, naging naman siyang bag designer. And when I asked him in interview siya, what made you succeed in that endeavor? Sabi niya, I was always hungry for knowledge. So kailangan natin yan. Huwag tayong huminto na matuto. And that's also what I'm doing now, Sir Howard. I keep on learning. I enroll in lessons that I feel that will help me help other people. So, wag po tayong mahihiya na, beginner pa lang ako dito, matatanda na yung kasama ko kung kayo ay millennial, for example, or matanda na kayo, and then you want to pursue a career, and for you, parang pambata lang siya. No. Dive into it, learn it, be an A student, and then apply it in helping other people. Next would be accepting your failure, learn from it, and pivot. That's the last step that you need to do. Kailangan ma-accept mo yung failure. Bakit? Bakit kailangan ma-accept natin yung failure? Sabi nga nila, in business, in business, the reason why people succeed is not because in spite of failure, but because of failure.
Yeah.
Yun yung rason kung bakit sila nagsasucceed. Dahil sila ay nag-fail. And when you fail, and you learn from it, and you pivot, that's the good recipe, the best recipe for reinventing yourself. So when you say pivot, kaya ito, basketball ang napili ko because I want you to understand what pivot means. Ano ba yung pagkakaintindi muna ninyo pag naririnig nyo? Di ba, lagi na to, lalo na ngayon COVID-19, we need to pivot. Kailangan mag-pivot tayo. Negosyo, in your personal life, ano nga ba ang pumapasok sa isip nyo pag naririnig nyo yung salitang pivot?
In a dance step, pivot is to turn 180 degrees.
Okay.
That's a pivot for those who dance.
Okay,
But,
thank you. Thank you for that.
Others are saying yes in dancing, and they say changing. Okay, turning, rotating. Ayan.
Yan. All of those are correct answers. So just like in basketball, I'm not a big fan of basketball before, but because my husband and my daughter were big fans of basketball, eto na yung natutunan ko. Inintindi ko talaga, paano ba, bakit ba exciting yung basketball na yan? So we have what we call the pivot foot. Okay? Ano itong pivot foot? So basketball, di ba, pag naglalaro tayo and you stop dribbling, you only have 2 steps to take. And that second step, yung final step na gagawin mo, it is remained fixed. Nandun lang siya. But then the beauty of that is that your other foot is free to move. That allows you to pivot. That allows you to change. Diba? To change and to shift. Doon mo na nililito yung mga kalaban mo. And that's what's exactly happening to us right now. We are pivoting. We are locked down. But we shouldn't be stopping ourselves from reinventing ourselves, or from doing the things that we like. We still have that freedom. Kahit na nandito tayo na lockdown. So pwede tayo mag-pivot. So that's the best way to understand what pivot means. So in your life now, what do you want to do or to reinvent, and what from? Ano yung mga gusto niyo na gawin? Okay? Example here would be Nokia. Sino ba dito yung nagkaroon ng Nokia phone nung...
grabe. 1994.
Okay, 19... Ayan.
Yung malaki?
Ano yun? Ako kasi 3210 lang ata eh. Ano yung sa'yo?
Inabot mo yun. Yung ganon. Inabot ko yan. Pero I had my Motorola that was in 94. Pero yung pangmayaman mo na 3210,
uy, hindi yan pang mayaman yun.
8210.
Hindi yan pang mayaman, maliit lang yan. Anyway, halos lahat tayo, di ba? Guys, we had, we were able to get, some of us were able to get that Nokia phone. Lahat na ng tens meron tayo. 3210s, 5110s. If you remember, sila yung parang Apple nung kapanahunan noon. Sila ang Samsung nung kapanahunan na yun. But what happened to Nokia now? Nokia, unfortunately, lost focus. They weren't able to adapt. They weren't able to pivot. That's why they were bought by Microsoft. And the picture here that you can see is Stephen Elop, who's the CEO of Nokia. And he was crying at that time. Nang-closing speech na siya kasi binili na ng Microsoft. Ano sabi niya? We didn't do anything wrong, but somehow we lost. We didn't do so ano yung maling ginawa ng Nokia?
They didn't pivot.
They didn't pivot. They didn't adapt.
No.
Nakikita na nila na touch screen is the next big thing. Symbian OS, it will be obsolete dahil nandiyan na meron ng iOS, Android, pero binaliwala because they are at the top of their game. They're at the top of their game. So I don't want us to be like this. Even though we are already at our A game, there's still room for improvement. There's still some aspects of our life that we can pivot. Okay, so let's be inspired by what happened to Apple now, to Samsung. Ano pang mga negosyo ang nag-pivot ngayon? Intel is one as well. If you know Intel, that's the small sticker that you see in your computer.
Mm-hmm.
Very good example of an
Yeah.
organization who pivoted as well, diba? From
Yes,
microchip to microprocessors. So you can do that as well in your both in your personal life and professional life. And then remind yourself of your commitment.
Oh, yeah.
How do you do that? I placed here a script that you can use. Okay, you can use this. Now, if you see the script there, it's positive. It's future pacing. Kung mapapansin ninyo, hindi siya past tense dapat ginagawa.
Oh,
So it says there, it is now the
it's
date,
now.
write the date, and get your pen and paper and write your script. I want you to write your script. It is now,
And
let's say, May 30, for example. The example here, it is now May 30. And what are you doing? Imagine yourself already doing it. You're already you have already reinvented yourself. So what are you doing? So in this example, I placed courageously speaking up and expressing brilliant ideas. And then the last one would be, why did you achieve this? And what was the reason behind it? You can use that script. And as an example, I've written here, it is now May 30, and I'm courageously speaking up and expressing brilliant ideas. And I hear my boss telling me, ayan, pagbalik niyo ng ECQ, nakikita niyo, sinasabi sa inyo, you're such an asset to the company. You have changed for the better after the ECQ. And what did you feel at that time? You felt accomplished. You felt successful. And you achieve that because you're determined, motivated, and you're willing to take action. Remember, when you are doing this script, again, you have to future pace it. You have to use the present tense. Dapat nangyayari na talaga siya. And you have to write it down versus just typing it. There's something about writing it down, no? That tells your unconscious mind na you have to do this. So I hope you will use that script. And my challenge for you before I end my webinar is to have this 30-day reinvention challenge worksheet filled out. What I want you to do is to choose 2 areas in your life that you want to reinvent. Choose 2 areas in your life that you want to reinvent. And then write the dates next month, okay? Or if you want to begin May 30, that would be fine. So fill out the dates for the next month. And then write down 2 areas of your life that you want to focus on. Again, make it simple. You don't have to complicate things. Gaya nito, ang gusto ko lang is, for example, I want to improve on speaking up and honing my skills in copywriting. Then put that down.
Yeah.
Okay? So for 1 month, you will be focusing on those 2 areas alone. And then when you see her context, you will put in there the instances where you can practice it. So for example, in speaking up, now usong-uso ang virtual meetings, di ba? Sir Howell, usong-uso ang virtual meetings. So you can put that there. Speak up during virtual meetings. That's on May 20. I'm going to have a virtual meeting. I want to speak up because sometimes the real meeting starts after the meeting. And I'm left with saying nothing about my brilliant idea. So mula ngayon, magsasalita na ako. I'll put that date. And then once you complete it, then you put a check mark on it. Next one, you want to hone your skills, for example, as a copywriter. And merong nag-asa inyo, volunteer work pa yan. Kunin mo as long as you know that it's going to contribute to your hope or your goal of reinventing yourself. And then pag nagawa mo na yan, on the second day, just put a check mark on it. Now, depende sa inyo yan. Like when are you motivated? Are you motivated by small celebrations? Then, if so, bawat week na nagagawa mo lahat yan, celebrate your milestones. Mag-treat ka ng donut or whatever it is that you like. Pag naman measurement, pwede mo i-challenge ang sarili mo na for 1 week, dapat 100% yung nasa completion checklist ko. So, depende what motivates you. So, I urge you to do this 30-day reinvention challenge. And for sure, you'll be able to create that new self-image, that new you, and be the best version of yourselves. You've got this. So I hope you enjoyed my webinar.
We did.
And if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat
Everybody,
box.
big hand for Coach Suzette Siapno. Grabe. Coach Suzette, di ko na malayan. That has been 1.5 hours of lecture.
I know.
We didn't feel it kasi we were so in the zone. Grabe. And is it okay if I recap the 9 steps to reinventing yourself? Because they're asking about the number 6. Because number 6, build your network. What's the complete?
Build your network and use your support group, ladies and gentlemen. Use your support group. Very important.
Okay, so before we pause for a break, here are the 9 steps to reinventing yourself. Number 1, focus on what you want to reinvent. Number 2, find out what your strengths are. Number 3, plan using the SMART goal. Number 4, be courageous. Number 5, try things out. Number 6, build your network and use your support group. Number 7, be hungry for knowledge. Number 8, accept your failure and learn to pivot. Learn and pivot. Number 9, remind yourself of your commitment. And basically, be future-paced as part of number 9. And use the 30-day challenge. Perfect ba ako, Coach Jose?
Perfect! Thank you very much. I hope our viewers got a perfect score as well. And please take action. Yun ang pinaka-importante. You have to take action on this and start now.
You know what, Coach said, what we appreciate about this presentation? It is you, first and foremost. You are an epitome of a brilliant, very positive,
thank you, Sir Howard.
Truly professional and inspiring human being. Yung aura mo, the energy that you emit is full of positivity.
Yeah, and I want everyone, of course, I want everyone, sorry to cut you off, Sir Howard. I want everyone to have that as well. Because I know that it is possible. So at 40 plus, I haven't imagined reinventing myself in such a way.
40 plus na ba? Akala ko mga 20 plus lang. Grabe, no?
Muntik ako maniwala. But really, I want this for everyone. So I hope you apply all the learnings.
Coach, ganito. Isa pa, ang gusto namin, actionable talaga yung steps. Doable talaga.
Okay.
And you speak from your experience and expertise. So, Coach, we'll be pausing for a 2-minute break. And for all the Zoom participants, use the 2-minute break to type in your question at the Q&A box. And later when we return, we'll greet the birthday celebrants. But for now, for 2 minutes, type in first question, first entertain. Thanks, everyone. Don't go away. We'll be right back for the second. Ayan, don't go away.